Hey man, here we are, No Cap Radio. Domi Dow Jones, my ace, M Easy, and we here for episode 6.
Episode 6, y'all. Back at it again. We're gonna just get straight to it, man. Y'all been seeing the news. Y'all been seeing what's going on. What's up with Trump, man? What's going on?
It's off the chain, bro. Off the chain, man. Look, when I first heard the news, I said, man, you know what? You reap what you sow, man.
You reap what you said. That's what I said at first. I was like, man, that's karma. But honestly,
he bought it on himself, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, it boils down to just ignorance, man. Because Trump, he just live in his own world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was just, it's like he knew what it was, but he think whatever he say is law. And that just shows that ain't what it is.
It was just straight reckless on his part, man. And then just a few days before, he mocking Biden for wearing a mask, man. And then, he gets the virus, like having to eat them words, man. Like, that's definitely karma, man. You reap what you sow. But, I mean, him being hospitalized puts the whole country in jeopardy. So we definitely want him to, to get better, man, so that, the country is safe because he hasn't transferred the power. So that's another issue there, man. So.
Yeah, we ain't wishing nothing bad on the man. I don't never wish nothing bad on nobody. Conspiracy theorists out there. But, we gonna better safe than sorry at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely, man. Then it's a lot of people who don't even think that Trump got the virus for real. Just because of how many things he done lied about in the past.
Right.
Now it's like the little boy who cried wolf, man.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened for real and you can't take his word for it.
Right. So then we saw that, and then I watched as much of the debate as I could.
Yeah.
That was... Like I said, like my mom would say, man, that is utterly ridiculous, y'all.
Man, I watched, man, when that joint went off, I said, man, that was a hot mess. I was glad it was over, man.
You couldn't even really take nothing from it, like, politically, or it was just, like
bro, he could not stand up there and take any criticism from Biden whatsoever. He would just talk over top of him every time, man. So it was just frustrating to see that.
Yeah.
We ain't really get nothing out of it at all.
Nothing, man. And then the mediator, everybody was saying, well, the mediator, he didn't do his job. And I'm like, what could you say, man? Well, no matter who was standing there, he was going to say what he wanted to say.
They said who ain't do the job?
The mediator. They said he wasn't.
The mediator.
Yeah, like he wasn't good enough. He didn't stand up to Trump. I mean, what was he going to do?
Man, he was talking over him too, man.
Exactly. And during it, my mom was like, man, they should just cut the mic off on him.
Yeah.
Headline that's been coming out is when he was supposed to address the white supremacists and the hate groups.
Yes.
And what he said, man,
and wouldn't do it, bro.
And all he said was, what did he say? Stand down and stand by.
Yeah.
But basically, chill out for a second, but be ready is what I got from it.
It sounded like intimidation, like he really want these people posted up at the polls,
right?
Just mugging on everybody, out of intimidation,
right? Yeah,
man. Look,
but that honestly, man, that's what we've been talking about for the last week or two. We just trying to make a difference. Of course, last show we had Joshua Cole on talking about voting. So as y'all can see, day by day, week by week, is showing how important it is.
Yeah, because that's a deterrent, man.
Mm-hmm.
To have somebody like gritting on you while you going.
All right, so we checked out. It was a documentary. Actually, it was actually the first attempt in Black Journal series it was a live two-way communication with Black leaders. And the big question was, is it too late?
That's the name of the show.
Yeah, is it too late? Basically, is it too late for black people to have power in this country?
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it too late? What you think, man? First thought.
Man, see, I think what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying in that video, because this took place in the 70s. I think in like 72 or something.
Yeah, 72, 75.
And I feel like what he was saying, what a lot of them were saying, they were on to something, but when he said we have to start our own political party, you know, I feel like that's the most vital piece of information that was shared, because if not, then you are still going to the white man begging for him to give you some power,
right,
or some say. And that's what he was saying. It's been proven that that doesn't work, or it's not going to work.
Right. Along with the political party, I think they talk a lot about black institutions as well.
Right. The president of Howard was actually on the board.
Okay.
He was in there. And that's what he was saying, was that they lacked the funds.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the funds to.
That's what it's been, honestly, since segregation, because, you know, black people, we've always had the rundown schools, you know, the materials that weren't any good, it was outdated. So I felt like that was something big for us. Man, honestly, I look at it as, I never really stopped to think that there were people that did not want to integrate. You know, we learned about it in school, it just seemed like it was a black community that wanted to go ahead and, you know what I mean, integrate with the white students or the,
yeah.
You know, but, I mean, you come to find out that, I mean, people didn't think that was a good idea. People thought that you could get a better education being segregated. And when you think about it, it makes sense. Because when you think about the education, what they teach in the school, man, honestly, I feel like it's detrimental to us.
Now, well, I know for a fact, speaking to someone who did go to segregated schools, that they said it really was very tight-knit. Mm-hmm. And a professor, you in the community, right? So they would just come over and have dinner with you, and you know what I mean? At least more hands-on, you as a student getting more of the attention, because they actually want you to win.
Right.
Where you had a black student with a white teacher, a white woman at that, and you a black male, not much in common, and she ain't gonna want you to win as much as that black teacher. You're more inclined when it's your own.
Right. Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, we had this conversation before, because it's like how they're teaching, especially the racism. Like, I feel like they're not teaching what's going on today. Remember, when we was in school, they'd always said we learned about this so history doesn't repeat itself.
Right.
But when did it stop for us? You know what I mean? It ain't really repeating. It's still going on. We talking about the same, like we said, this stuff was back in the 70s. Yeah. We still talking about this stuff today.
Same thing.
About the same exact thing. So, you know, I can't think they putting it in kids' minds that this stuff is not going on anymore. You know what I mean? And it's almost making them comfortable with how this world is. Because it's not integrated. I mean, just how we're being treated, or just the education that we're being given. If you're teaching them what's going on, then they're gonna know that they don't have power and that they need to gain that power, strive for that power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If they know the truth.
If they know the truth, right?
Yeah.
So they teaching stuff, like I said, they teaching pilgrims and slave masters and all that stuff is sounding like, oh, well, you know, we don't have that. We don't have pilgrims now. We don't have slave masters. Yeah. So another good question that came up was, do you think the Democratic Party can serve as a tool for the liberation of black people, or should we create a new political party? I know you touched on that.
Man, see, that's what Reverend Cleaves was saying in the video, that he was saying the NAACP, the Southern Christian, the Urban League, none of them have any power. Mm-hmm. And then the other guy that was in the Christian group was saying, well, we need to use the power that we do have.
Right.
And that's leveraging the Democratic Party. It's kind of like what I was telling you with Trump, right? Like, even if you don't like Trump, it's like Or I mean, even if you don't like Biden, it's like, well, we got to get that team out.
Yeah.
So you got to use your power to get that team out, even if this it isn't enough power for you to really make real change. You can, you know what I mean?
Start small.
Start somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Like use the Democratic power, but you see, Joshua Cole, we had on last show what he going through in the Democratic Party and just dealing with racist people in there and, you know, voting against bills that would solely benefit people of color and they voting against it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So he going through that stuff.
I know you saw the special on Netflix. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was Killer Mike. He did a special where he had an episode on there. He made his like own, I think he called it New Africa. He had his own government, you know, his own rules, laws, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you still on, of course, the U.S. soil.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you could go by your rules as take it as far as you can, but at the end of the day, you got to answer to someone else, you know?
Yeah, because you on their soil.
Right. So
this isn't our country.
I think, honestly, it just goes, when you think about integration, you know, the first thing I think about is black and white.
Yeah.
But I really think it's more so racist and those who are not racist. Because you're not going to turn down somebody from, you know, coming into your group just because they're not black. You know what I mean?
It's just about being pro-black, not anti-white.
Right. Yeah. So then I think that's what it comes down to when you talk about the political parties. Honestly, at the end of the day, they're going to have to just break down and, you know, come out themselves. Because as long as you still have a Republican and Democrat, not one party is going to be solely for black people, I feel like. You know, it's just because Obama was in office.
We start our own.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But then you still need majority, right? Like, it'll be a Republican president and then a Democratic Congress, and he can't get nothing passed because they not shutting everything down, like what happened with Obama.
Right.
You know, so you really just need fair people in there across the board.
Exactly. And that's what, it ain't even the fact that is it too late, is it possible to even do something like that?
Man, I just think, yes, I think so, man. I feel like there's a lot of women of color in Congress now that stand for the right things. Because there's a bunch of black Republicans, but I don't think they stand for the right things.
Oh, no.
You know, so I just feel like the more diversity is in there and yeah, I just think we need, you know, people fair across the board, man, that stand for equality for everybody, for real.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to have to stand up for it then. They're going to have to, you know.
But I feel like this administration get away with anything they want, man.
Yeah,
like they get away with it all.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We gotta make a change, man, and see. We got, like you said, we got to use what power we have and just see, you know, where it takes us. And then from there, see what we can do to keep moving forward.
Man, so what do y'all think, man? Give us some feedback, man. Put a comment in, or you know, just give your 2 cents, man. Your opinion, it's an opinion. There's no right or wrong. It's just an opinion. You know, what y'all think, man? How can black people gain power in this country, man? And after having a conversation about this, one of my boys, he sent me the article about Michael Jordan buying that NASCAR.
Right.
And he was kind of hinting on, well, that's what we got to do now, basically buy America.
Yeah.
You know, lucrative businesses like that so that we do own some of it. You know, own some of America just growing economically. So that goes back to the whole it was necessary in order to get the funding we need to uh, go on and have better education. You know, and now I feel like it's our responsibility now to put the money back into those black HBCUs and black-owned businesses in order for them to strive. You know, it's our responsibility now that we are free.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a lot of back and forth. Was integrate, and I didn't know back then some were opposed and some were for it. I didn't know they were that torn. I thought they was like, man, we can get in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Exactly. Like you said, we gotta support each other. You know, and before we even, you gotta start within yourself, man. Honestly, you know, you gotta start within yourself, and you gotta be willing to, like you said, man. I supported somebody, you know, the other day, and I was like, look, that's a black dollar now. You know, keep it black. You know what I'm saying? And support each other. That's the only way we're gonna grow. And a lot of times, man, that's a problem we have. And I think somebody was saying that on there also. We gotta realize our differences. And it's not all about everybody being the same and having the exact same beliefs. You know, the ideology. It's about coming together as one and coming to a common ground.
Right.
You know, we gotta be.
That's the whole thing. They were just trying to find some common ground. And I was shocked to see Dick Gregory. I've never seen him look so young.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm a Dick Gregory fan, man. Yeah. You know, I read his book. He had that awesome book, defining moments in black history or in America or something like that. I forgot the title of it. Well, it's a great book, man. He just break down the history of us from Africa all the way to present day and speak about his encounters and relationships with celebrities and stuff.
Yeah, and I know he had brought something up about the sickle cell anemia, which was something new to me, because he basically said that it was something that it protected us against certain disease. What did he say?
In Africa.
Yeah, protect us against malaria.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when they brought us over to this country and we got onto our different diets of the soul food, and he was saying, which actually soul food takes about 30 to 40 years off your life.
Yeah.
And 1/3 of your salary, he said. You know? So then we started changing our diet. That kind of changed up the sickle cell.
So I think that diet, man, is important, man. You are what you eat, man. So, you know, drink a lot of water. Drink as much water as you can and try to stay away from that starch and grease, man. But I love potatoes, man. My daughter the same way, too.
Yeah, they make it addictive, man.
I love
fast food on every corner.
I know it.
You know, but I mean, what it comes down to is start within yourself. And once again, educate and be educated. Educate your kids. Let them know what's going on. That's another thing. You don't want to let your kids in on things and have them all worried about what's going on at such a young age, you know, to where you feel like they shouldn't have to worry about it.
You want them to be a kid.
Yeah, you want to let them be a kid, but when they reach a certain age, you know, you got at the same time, you have to give them your own education as well. You know,
you got to give them the truth.
Yeah, you got to give them the truth. Don't let them walk around thinking something different.
Yeah, so that in 25, 30, 40 years later, we ain't still talking about the same topics.
Right, exactly.
You know, integration, was it good or bad? They've been saying that since the 70s.
Right. Start within yourself, you know, support your black businesses out here, educate your kids, and get out there and vote, you know. Start small. I think that whoever it was said somebody got to be there to watch the stores with how he put it. You know, we got big goals, we got small goals. Right now we start small and just take it step by step.
Yeah, man. That's the key, man. Crawl before you walk, man. You know, do what we can now and, you know, sacrifice for that next generation, bro. That's the key, man.
Yep.
We'll get greater later. You know, I know this a shorter show than we usually give them. You know, but we don't want to shortchange you, so we still want a good no cap trivia question. If you got one.
Let me see.
Cap or no cap, man. Heard of Bon Jovi?
Yeah, I heard of him.
You heard of Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this for another one.
He always.
Well, look, Bon Jovi, man, his management team called me. And we had a conversation about a record deal, cap or no cap.
No cap.
Of course, man. At this time, man, I'm cleaning the schools, right? So this like 7 or 8 at night on a weekday. And I'm in a classroom, right, with a vacuum or something like that. And they really called me. And they had my little demo. And on the demo, I had the song Nightlife that I put on the outro for one of these episodes. And then I had the Gotta Find 'Em. That's that sample on the Domination album I just re-released.
Okay.
And I picked those records because I said I wanted to let them know that I had that pop sound,
right.
But I also wanted to know that I'm lyrical and had something to say, weren't just gimmick hip hop. Man, and he loved the Nightlife, right? And my homegirl Exotic is singing on it from Detroit.
Right.
And he loved her voice. He asking all these questions. What part of Detroit is she from? East side, west side? I'm like, man, I don't know. I never even been to Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, but he loved her. He loved that song. Then it got to that Gotta Find 'Em. He heard that word nigga and was completely turned off. Like he gave me a lecture, man, of why I shouldn't use that word on the phone. So I just knew that was like a dud after that.
Dang. So he was listening to it right then and there.
Right there on the phone with me.
Uh-huh.
Right there on the phone with me, man. It was him and his partner.
Yeah, man, anything, bro.
It went down like that. I got that desperate. I'm with Bon Jovi, sending demos to Bon Jovi now.
Dude, send everybody, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's no cap.
No cap. Y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the show. Leave comments, like, share, subscribe.
Absolutely, man. No Cap Radio, we out.
We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long will they mourn? We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long will they mourn? We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long will they mourn? It's bigger than life. Forget your subpoena. Only Lord above can judge. That's on my bone and blood. My rap's fat. They know it's the truth when they look in my eyes. You looking surprised, man. How could you criticize? You know I was born broke, but always felt rich inside. Who care who the GOAT? It's great just to be alive. I'm trying to open the door for kids like me who just wanted more. I'm trying to even the odds, raise the chances, settle the score. When it's the tip in the scale, strength in numbers will prevail. All the folk locked down, just touched down, took cause hell. Let's get him together, let's get them together. We might lose by ourselves, we gon' win together. All across the world is ghetto children just like me. I'm just like you, so you see you when you see me. We lost Nipsey Hussle, may his soul rest in peace. They did that to him, what would they do to you and me? We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long will they mourn? We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long will they mourn? So many people dying, no lie, sometimes it's hard to manage. My heart goes out to Kobe and his daughter and his family. We at war with this COVID trying to hit the ceiling. When it started, tell the truth, I knew it hit the millions. Too much going on, police got us pouring corn liquor, cause they killing our Rayshard Brooks and George Floyds. Let me tell you about this woman named Breonna Taylor. No, not warrant, police shot her, we need God to save us. Our Ahmaud Arbery's, Freddie Gray's, Eric Gardner's. This ain't new, been almost 10 years since Trayvon Martin. To our Michael Brown, took the shot and draw the crowds. Now the streets marching black and white together now. This a rage against the system, but we can't forget them. That we lost to it, cause they lies caused the movement. And the mother screams louder than the music that we play along and carry on. Be very strong, it's paying off. We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long will they mourn? We don't wanna die young. We just wanna live long. Remember us when we gone. How long